God's chosen ones, finish it today. Final step. You have walked the path lined with thorns, shadows, and storms. You have faced betrayals, silence, setbacks, and the deafening roar of delay. But today, yes, this very day, is not just another day. It is not just another sunrise. It is the turning point, the axis moment, the divine instruction. This is the final step, the final stretch, the last mile of the climb. God is speaking clearly, boldly, without room for doubt. Finish it today. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. And the chosen are not called to comfort, they are called to completion. There is something assigned to your name in the Spirit that no demon, no delay, no distraction, no deception can cancel. You are on divine assignment. And this last step, this final action, it holds the harvest of everything you've been through. Finish it. The book you've delayed. The forgiveness you've withheld. The dream you buried because fear became your closest friend. The prayer you paused. The vision you shelved. The message you refused to speak. The boundary you hesitated to set. Finish it today. You have cried for it. You have fasted for it. You have whispered in the dark, "Lord, when is my time?" And He is answering now, when you take the final step. No more halfway obedience. No more almost surrender. No more waiting for the perfect timing, the perfect team, the perfect sign. The sign is in your spirit. The instruction is in your hands. Move. Complete. Cross. Deliver. Build. Break. Pray. Publish. Confront. Release. Finish. Do not be tricked by the fatigue. Do not listen to the voice that says it's too late, too little, too far gone. Heaven has never lost sight of you. Angels have not been idle. God has not turned His back on your process. He has been sharpening you in the wilderness, training you in obscurity, preparing you in the place where no one clapped, no one saw, and no one knew. And now, the trumpet is sounding. Take the final step. To the prophets, speak the word with fire. To the intercessors, travail until breakthrough. To the builders, lay the final stone. To the warriors, strike the final blow. To the creatives, finish the masterpiece. To the wounded, rise again and walk. This is not a suggestion. This is a divine mandate. Heaven is aligning behind you, but your movement activates the miracle. The Red Sea did not part until feet touched the water. Jericho did not fall until the shout was released. Goliath did not fall until David stepped forward. And your breakthrough will not manifest until you take the final step, today. Not tomorrow. Not next season. Not when it's comfortable. There is an oil that flows only at the finish line. There is glory that is only released when obedience is complete. There are doors that will not open until your hands are free from delay. There is power that has been waiting for your yes, and favor that is drawn to your final act. God is not calling you to be strong in your own strength. He is calling you to be obedient in His. The strength will come in the step. The provision will come in the motion. The clarity will come in the doing. The alignment will appear in the finishing. But nothing happens if you stay still, stuck in doubt, caught in loops of maybe later. Chosen ones, you have been marked, anointed, appointed for such a time as this. The darkness has increased because your light is about to break through. The warfare has escalated because your impact terrifies hell. The silence has been deafening because heaven has been writing your next chapter. And now, the pen is in your hand. Finish it. Let this be your cry. No more delay. No more doubt. I am chosen. I am called. I am ready. I will finish what God started in me. He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it, but you must take the final step. And when you step, all of heaven moves with you. When you obey, the atmosphere shifts. When you act, you release ripples into eternity. You are not moving alone. You are moving with the weight of divine purpose behind you. The heavens have recorded your tears, your fasting, your intercession, your isolation. Nothing has been wasted. Not the years. Not the pain. Not the silence. It has all been collected in the bowls of heaven, waiting for this moment of activation. And now, the bowls are tipping. The time is now. The fire is falling. The final breath of delay has just been exhaled. You are stepping into the moment that all of history in your bloodline has been waiting for. Your ancestors prayed for this. Your blood carries ancient fire. Your spirit remembers battles before your body was born. You are not just fighting for you, you are standing for generations. You are carrying the torch of those who came before and clearing the path for those yet to come. There is a mantle on your life that will not let you settle, will not let you fold, will not let you quit. That is why the attacks were so strong. That is why the resistance was so thick. That is why the loneliness cut so deep. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. And now the veil is lifting. You will see what they said you never would. You will walk where they said you couldn't. You will carry what tried to kill you. You will turn scars into scrolls, pain into purpose, ashes into anointing. What was meant to destroy you has only deepened your roots. What was meant to distract you has clarified your focus. What was meant to end you has only awakened your fire. And now the lion in you roars. You have not come this far to stop now. The final step will require everything, but it will birth more than you ever imagined. It will stretch you, yes. It will shake you, yes. It will expose what still must die in you, but it will awaken what has slept too long. This is not just about doing. This is about becoming. Becoming the vessel. Becoming the voice. Becoming the flame. Becoming the weapon in the hand of God. There are destinies attached to your decision. There are lives that won't be set free unless you finish what you started. There are cities waiting for your message, nations waiting for your obedience, atmospheres waiting for your sound. You are not called to blend in, to sit back, to stay silent. You are called to disrupt, to declare, to deliver. Chosen one, this is the part where your fear has to bow. This is where your excuses lose their voice. This is where your identity overtakes your insecurity. You are not who you were when this began. The crushing has created oil. The waiting has forged wisdom. The breaking has unlocked boldness. And now the sword is in your hand. Swing it. There is no going back. There is no turning around. The bridges behind you are burned. The distractions are exposed. The idols are shattered. The small thinking is over. The self-pity is cast out. The passive spirit has no place in you anymore. You are walking in the fire with the one who commands the flames. You are not waiting for revival. You are revival. You are not asking for a sign. You are the sign. You are not begging for approval. You are moving with kingdom authority. This is not hype. This is heaven. This is not emotion. This is execution. This is not a good idea. This is divine alignment. The voice of the Lord has spoken, and it echoes through your bones. Finish it. Today. Fully. Without delay. Without apology. Without hesitation. Write it. Build it. Break it. Launch it. Say it. Pray it. Sow it. Move it. Forgive it. Release it. Walk in it. This is the hour where. And as you go, chains will fall behind you. Not just yours, but those of every soul connected to your obedience. For this isn't just about your breakthrough, this is about the territory heaven assigned to you before you were born, before the foundations of the earth were laid, before your name was written in the book of life. You were seen. You were known. You were marked. And now, that mark is glowing with holy fire, the seal of the Almighty pressed against your spirit, igniting the ancient scroll of your destiny. What you thought was random was always written. What felt like detour was always design. What broke you was actually building you. What delayed you was only deepening you. Every no, every door that slammed, every prayer that seemed to go unanswered, it was all heaven's orchestration to bring you to this exact breath of time. Now you rise. You rise not with noise, but with clarity. Not with show, but with substance. Not with hype, but with heavenly backing. You rise not because you're qualified, but because you're commissioned. Not because you're the loudest, but because you're the chosen. This is not man's choosing, it's God's choosing. And God does not pick at random. He picks with vision, with end-time strategy, with generational urgency. You are called into this moment because the hour demands you. The battle demands you. The harvest demands you. You carry weapons in your words. You carry fire in your footsteps. You carry healing in your presence. You carry breakthrough in your breath. You are no longer just a person, you are a move of God walking in flesh. You are an open heaven to those around you. You are a portal of glory. You are not looking for light, you are the light. You are not begging for rain, you are the rain. You are not searching for a way, you are the waymaker's vessel, blazing a path where none existed. And hell knows it. That's why it tried to silence you. That's why the warfare intensified when you got close. That's why people walked away. That's why your sleep was stolen, your peace was tested, your mind was attacked. Because hell knows the danger of a chosen one fully awakened. Hell fears the sound of your yes. Hell trembles when a soul steps out of survival and into dominion. And now, you're there. You're on the edge. One step away. One act of obedience away from the earthquake. One bold move from triggering the explosion of purpose that sends shockwaves through time. So move. Don't wait for another confirmation. Don't ask permission to be what God already called you. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't explain your fire to those who sleep in the cold. Don't apologize for being chosen. Don't water down your oil to fit dry environments. Don't adjust your volume when heaven is shouting through you. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to blaze trails. You were born to walk where others sink. You were born to speak what others are too afraid to utter. This is the hour for the fearless. This is the hour for the surrendered. This is the hour for those who burned in silence and are now roaring in glory. This is the hour of the remnant rising. The misfits. The rejected. The overlooked. The hidden. The broken. The too much for them kind of souls. The ones who cried alone. The ones who worshipped in the wilderness. The ones who praised in the prison. The ones who chose the altar when others chose applause. These are God's chosen. These are the glory carriers. These are the deliverers of the next move. And if you feel this word stirring, shaking, thundering through your chest, you are one of them. You are not late. You are right on time. You are not unworthy. You are blood-bought. You are not disqualified. You are forged by fire. You are not second choice. You are God's chosen instrument. And He is not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be obedient. Obedience over perfection. Surrender over performance. Sacrifice over status. This is the way of the chosen. And if you will finish this, if you will take the final step, there is no going back. Your voice will thunder. Your hands will heal. Your steps will shake strongholds. Your presence will break chains. Your obedience will unlock floodgates. Your surrender will trigger legacy. So don't look back. Don't slow down. Don't ask who's with you. Don't fear the unknown. Don't measure your strength. Measure His. And know this, angels are already moving. Heaven's army is already shifting. The earth is groaning. The cloud is moving. The Spirit is stirring. And the wind is blowing in your direction. Finish it. Start it. Complete it. Release it. Birth it. Burn for it. Rise for it. War for it. Die for it if you must, but do not let it stay undone. And even now, while you read this, heaven is recording your response, not just your words, but your posture, your hunger, your surrender. Because this is not just information, this is impartation. This is not just inspiration, this is instruction. This is not just another moment to feel, this is a moment to move. Because the clock in the Spirit is striking now, and the scroll with your name on it is unrolling. The time for wondering is over. The time for wavering is over. The time for wilderness is ending. The page is turning. The trumpet is sounding. The sword is being handed to you. And your name is being whispered in the chambers of heaven, not because you're flawless, but because you're available. Yes, you, the one who doubted. The one who hesitated. The one who tried to run. The one who hid in caves of silence, tried to bury the mantle under work and worry. The one who almost gave up. Heaven is calling you out now. Not to shame you, but to raise you. Not to expose your failures, but to ignite your purpose. Because what's in you is not common. What's in you is not for later. What's in you is not for the safe places. It's for the front line. The battlefield. the altar, the nations, the depths. You've heard the call before. You've felt the fire. You've tasted the edge of awakening. But now, it's not just a flicker. It's an inferno. Now, it's not just an idea, it's an order. Now, it's not just a desire, it's destiny screaming from within your bones. Move. No. Do not delay. The oil is ready. The fire is ready. The way is open. The path is lit. But your feet must move. Heaven will not force you. Obedience is a choice. And that's what separates the called from the chosen. Many are called, but few finish the climb. Few endure the crushing. Few step past the fear, past the ridicule, past the comfort zone. But you are not just anyone. You are the kind that survives the fire and carries it. You are the kind that walks through the storm and then becomes a storm. You are the kind that doesn't just worship in private, but carries glory in public. There is no more waiting for perfect timing. It's already divine. There is no more waiting for everyone to approve. They never will. There is no more shrinking. No more silence. No more playing dead while your purpose pounds against your chest. The roar of the Lion of Judah is in your mouth now, and the earth is desperate to hear it. You were not saved to sit still. You were not awakened to blend in. You were not anointed to be silent. You were not trained in the dark just to remain hidden. The shaking you felt, that was God digging into the deep places, removing the fear, the pride, the limitations. The silence you experienced, that was Him tuning your ear to His voice. The warfare you went through, that was Him teaching your hands to war, your fingers to fight, your soul to endure. Finish the assignment. Release the sound. Build the thing. Cast the vision. Write the scroll. Establish the altar. Set the captives free. Break the chains. Uproot the lies. Plant the truth. Release the oil. Walk in the fire. Stand in the storm. Prophesy with boldness. Pray with violence. Love with power. Lead with humility. Speak with authority. Move like one who knows who sent them. You are not here to impress the crowd. You are here to wake the sleeping, to heal the broken, to disturb the darkness, to overturn the systems of man, to shatter every assignment of hell. You are a voice, not an echo, a spark, not a shadow, a kingdom weapon, not a victim of culture. Let the religious choke on your freedom. Let the fearful watch your rise. Let the doubters fall silent in the glory of what God does through your surrender. Let the demons scream when your feet hit the floor. Let heaven rejoice every time you say yes. Let history change because of one soul who refused to quit. And you, yes, you are that soul. So let there be no delay, no detour, no turning back. From this moment forward, every breath you breathe, every step you take, every word you speak, every move you make is fueled by the fire of the final step. This is not rehearsal. This is not theory. This is real. This is now. This is war. This is glory. This is kingdom come. And now, the time for training is closing. The time for launch is here. Step out. Step over. Step beyond. Step up. And now the shaking becomes a sound, the sound becomes a summons, the summons becomes a march, and the march becomes a storm of chosen ones awakened, aligned, appointed, and advancing. You are not waiting for revival, you are walking as revival. You are not seeking fire, you are becoming fire. Your very breath is shifting dimensions, and your steps are creating tremors in territories long held by darkness, because this is the hour where no one can afford to sleep, and you, the one who was once hidden, now become the one heaven cannot hide, because the weight of your assignment is crushing the cages you once called comfort, and the sound of your obedience is louder than the noise of your past, louder than the voices of doubt, louder than the whispers of fear, louder than the lies spoken over your name, because every chain is breaking not just off of you, but off of the legacy connected to your obedience. Your yes is more than a word, it is a weapon. Your yes is more than consent, it is combustion, setting fire to atmospheres marked for change. And what they tried to bury is now breaking ground. What was silenced is now being shouted from the rooftops. What was mocked is now manifesting in power. What was once a question is now the answer. And you are walking in rooms you once prayed to enter, but now you enter as the solution, not the seeker, because when heaven chooses you, it doesn't consult your qualifications. It clothes you in fire, it brands you with burden, it baptizes you in boldness. And it sends you where comfort cannot follow you, and Where applause cannot feed you, because this is not about fame, it is about fire. This is not about stage, it is about sanctification. This is not about hype, it is about holy, and the holy is heavy. The holy costs you everything but gives you more than the world ever could. And the more you obey, the louder the heavens echo your name. The more you move, the more the path unfolds. The more you surrender, the more the oil flows. Because the oil is expensive, it costs your silence, your tears, your delays, your detours. It costs your pride and your plans and your preferences. But it is worth it, because once you walk in the oil, you don't walk like others, you don't bow like others, you don't break like others, because you've been burned and still believe, crushed and still called, hidden and still wholly broken and still burning. And now the tables have turned, now the heavens are opening, now the scroll is unraveling, and every line of your life is being written in flame and favor. This is the generation that doesn't just go to church, we are the church. This is the generation that doesn't wait for a move, we are the move. This is the generation that doesn't chase platforms, we chase presence. And when presence shows up, power breaks out, demons flee, chains snap, eyes open, altars erupt, and the kingdom comes crashing into the earth through every yes, through every step, through every sound released by the chosen. And now you must understand, this is bigger than you, bigger than your comfort, your plan, your platform, your brand. This is about eternity breaking into time. This is about nations hearing a sound they've never heard before, the sound of the surrendered, the sound of those who stayed hidden until heaven said go, the sound of those who said yes when it cost them everything, the sound of those who walk alone if they must, fight alone if they must, burn alone if they must, but never stop, never bow, never break. And so you rise, not just once, but every time they count you out, you rise. Every time they doubt you, you rise. Every time the enemy throws lies at your mind, you rise. Every time the weight tries to crush you, because what's in you is greater, what's on you is heavier, and what's coming through you is holy. You are not empty, you are not late, you are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, you are not small, you are not unworthy, you are not finished. You are just beginning. And now the rivers in the wilderness burst forth, the fire on the altar intensifies, the wind of God pushes you forward, and every angel assigned to you is sharpening their swords, because the sound of your yes has become a command in heaven and a threat in hell. So let the fear die here, let the delay break here, let the excuses burn here, let the old mindsets be shattered here, let the final wall collapse here. Because from this moment there is no return. Only forward. Only fire. Only finish. Only glory. And now it comes, the final breath of hesitation, the final moment of delay, the final layer of old identity burned in the presence of destiny, because the time is no longer approaching, the time is here, it is now, it is roaring and rising and rolling over everything that cannot stand in the glory that is being revealed in you, not around you, not beside you, not through someone else, but in you. The breaking was for the building, the pressing was for the pouring, the silence was for the sharpening, and now the voice that was once stifled is being amplified by heaven, not for entertainment, but for eruption, for transformation, for revolution. Because when the chosen stand, when the chosen speak, when the chosen step in full surrender, the earth shifts, the heavens open, the darkness flees, and the old systems begin to crack under the weight of glory carried in vessels that once thought they were too broken, too small, too forgotten to be used. But you were not disqualified, you were being prepared, you were not delayed, you were being deepened, you were not denied, you were being developed, because what you carry cannot be microwaved, what you carry cannot be faked, what you carry cannot be imitated, what you carry is sacred, what you carry is generational, what you carry is heaven's answer to earth's cry, and the earth has been groaning, the nations have been waiting, and your spirit has been stirring, because now is the time for the birthing, not of an idea, but of an era, not of a ministry, but of a movement, not of a plan, but of a holy invasion, and you are the womb through which the move comes forth. You are the vessel, the voice, the vision, and the volume of what God is releasing in this hour. No more rehearsing, no more running, no more reasoning, no more resistance. The mantle has been placed, the oil has been poured, the call has been confirmed, the gate has opened, and all of heaven is watching, not waiting, but watching, because heaven already moved, and now it's your turn to stand, your turn to speak, your turn to roar, your turn to walk in rooms and break atmospheres, your turn to stand on altars and release rain, your turn to write the words that break strongholds, to build what no one else sees, to cast out what others tolerate, to call forth what others forgot, to awaken what religion buried. This is the chapter where the roar doesn't come from a microphone, but from a soul that died and rose again. This is the chapter where your yes becomes a sword, and your feet become flames, and your tears become oil, and your scars become scrolls, and everything you thought disqualified you becomes the very evidence that you were chosen. The pain becomes proof, the wilderness becomes the womb, the prison becomes the platform, the grave becomes the garden. And now everything must bow, the fear, the doubt, the lies, the cycles, the curses, the limitations, the old patterns, the generational weight, the ceilings, the silence, the shame. It all bows at the name of the one who marked you, the one who kept you, the one who burned in you, even when you tried to walk away, because you could never really quit, you could never really run, you could never really hide, because chosen ones don't choose the call chooses them, and it haunts them, and it hunts them, and it holds them until they rise. And now you rise. This is the rise of the relentless, the holy, the fiery, the faithful, the ones who didn't need a stage to be seen, the ones who worshipped in empty rooms, the ones who built altars in secret, the ones who warred when no one was watching, the ones who said yes when it cost them everything, and now heaven says yes back, yes to access, yes to authority, yes to open gates, yes to overflow, yes to divine reversal, yes to kingdom manifestation. You will not go back, you will not be bound, you will not be broken again, you will not be buried again, because resurrection lives in your lungs, and fire lives in your bones, and rivers flow from your mouth, and when you speak atmospheres tremble, when you move demons scatter, when you pray walls fall, when you worship heavens open, when you walk into rooms the climate shifts, because you don't just carry the kingdom, you release it. So let the final trumpet sound, let the oil overflow, let the voice that once whispered now thunder, let the generations that follow walk in the freedom you broke open, let the legacy begin, let the scrolls be unsealed, let the final fire fall, because this is not the end, this is the activation, this is not the finish line, this is the starting gate of glory, and the world will never be the same, because you didn't quit, because you didn't fold, because you said yes when it mattered most. This is the final step, and now you take it not in fear, but in fire, not in weakness, but in wonder, not in hiding, but in harvest, not in question, but in glory. Now go. The gates are open. The fire is on you. The scroll is alive. The mantle is yours. Heaven has spoken. It is finished. It has begun. Amen.